Let's make it pop and make it rock today. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you are coming on, joining us live, please hit that like button, hit that share button, tag Lolly Dolly everybody, and let them know your boy, Ramonepreston, my squad, we are live right here on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. This is the day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and we are glad in it. I'm making sure that I've got my technology plugged up so nothing goes out while we're live. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. Again, please do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button, tag absolutely Lolly Dolly everybody, and let them know we are live right here on the Ramonepreston Show on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. Thank you all for joining us today. We have an amazing show, and I think some of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you today are going to be very, very revolutionary. They're going to be very transformational for you, especially if you are an entrepreneur and you are facing some battles that you don't even know how to fight, and you might not even know how to win. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to be talking about your battles as an entrepreneur. Today's show is going to be inspired by the hip-hop versus battles that some of you in the hip-hop community might be familiar with, but we're going to put a twist to the hip-hop rap versus battles, and we're going to create an entrepreneurial versus. We're going to talk about some of the battles that you as entrepreneurs face. So please do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that share button, tag absolutely Lolly Dolly everybody, and let them know that your boy Ramonepreston, my squad, we are live right here on the Ramonepreston Show. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about the entrepreneur versus. That's what it is, the entrepreneur versus. There are some battles that all of you as entrepreneurs are facing. We all have battles that we face. And we're going to talk about that today. And we're going to see if we can take a look at certain areas that we battle in as entrepreneurs, and we're going to simulate the hip hop version of the verses, and we're going to see if we can develop some strategies to not just fight those battles, but win those battles, overcome those battles, so that we can continue to move forward, especially in the economic climate that we're in. Okay, a lot of people are saying that we are in a recession, and whether we're in a recession or not, as an entrepreneur, you are inevitably going to face and fight battles. There are different battles that you're going to face and fight, and we're going to bring those two worlds together as a versus, and we're going to see what we need to do to win them and to overcome them. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. If you don't know, now you know. I am your host, Ramonepreston, and literally every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon, Eastern Standard Time, right here, live on the Ramonepreston Show. We come and we bring information to you that we know you can use to properly start, structure, and scale any business, any ministry, any income stream, any wealth building dream. So whether you are a W-2 employee, whether you are in between jobs, in transition professionally, whether you're a 1099 independent contractor, or you might be a full-fledged entrepreneur running a business or several businesses, what I share with you on this show can be used by you to not only build a successful organizational enterprise, but it can be used by you to change and transform yourself and your life. Everything that I share with you on this show, every Monday through Friday, literally everything that I share with you on this show is what I use personally. Okay, I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 20 years. I've actually been a full-time minister for 20 years, over 20 years, but my wife and I, 20 years ago when we got married, we came together and we made a commitment to dedicate our lives to business and to ministry, and that's what I've done for the last 20 years. So, of course, after 2 decades of waking up every day, depending on my skill set, my competency to go into the marketplace and to actually make money and to take care of my family, there are a lot of things that I've learned. And so within these last 20 years, I've created a blueprint to become a millionaire, to build a multi-million-dollar organizational enterprise. And I've converted what I have created for myself as a blueprint into courses, content, curriculum, coaching, mentoring, and consulting services, all of which is available to you. But I take incremental pieces of that and I share it with you here on the show Monday through Friday for at least an hour. And so I don't have an opportunity to give you everything on the show, but I try my best to give you enough so that you can at least heighten your awareness on the fact that if you want financial freedom, if you want business success, and you believe that there's something in you that's moving you closer to entrepreneurship and into business ownership, that there's a blueprint for that, okay? There are things that you can do practically and tactically on a day-to-day basis that can move you towards that financial freedom using business systems, okay? And so I just want to give you that in my introduction today, as I often do, so that you can know I'm not just some internet, guru showing up on a live stream, just, like vomiting information on you that I've copied and pasted from somebody else. And I'm not that person who sells online courses that are made up of things that I don't personally live. I live what I teach and what I provide as a coach and a consultant to my clients. And even before I started coaching people and providing educational courses and content, I was making real money in a real business, doing something that I knew was going to be extremely successful. And I'm continuing to do it every day. Although I love teaching, I love coaching, I love consulting, but I love business. I love building my business. I love growing my business. And I love sharing that experience with everyone else. So again, today on the show, I'm headlining our discussion around what's your battle? That's the question that I'm asking. What's your battle? And so for those of you that are familiar with the hip hop community, if you got a little hood in you, you should know about the VERZUZ battle, okay? Swiss Beats and Timberland, two producers in hip hop, during the pandemic, they created a VERZUZ battle. And this VERZUZ battle was an opportunity for us to have a virtual experience. Since nobody wasn't going outside, they came up with this idea to create this virtual experience to bring two R&B artists together or two hip hop rappers together and allow them to just go at it. It was called VERZUZ, right? And it became a big brand. It became a big deal. And so today I'm simulating that from an entrepreneur's perspective. So we want to talk about this entrepreneurial versus. Like there's an entrepreneur's versus. Like there's a battle that every entrepreneur is in. And that battle is between different worlds that you have to know how to fight. You have to face it, and you have to figure out creative ways to win those battles, and not just win those battles, but overcome those battles. All right. If you talk to a business consultant or business expert, they may call it the entrepreneur's dilemma. Every entrepreneur has a set of dilemmas that they deal with. Okay, I'm a little hood. I got a little ghetto in me. So, I'm a church trapper. So I'm using different lingo. I'm not going to talk about the entrepreneur's dilemma. I'm going to talk about the entrepreneur's versus. Like, what is your versus? What is the battle that you have to face and fight today as an entrepreneur? And what do you need to do to overcome that battle? So there are some verses we're going to talk about today. All right. The first verses that I believe is a battle for all entrepreneurs is the verses between your reality and your potential. This is a real versus that most entrepreneurs don't even pay a lot of attention to. And this is a battle that you are facing every day of your life as an entrepreneur when you wake up. And not only are you facing it, you have to figure out a way to fight it. And that versus is what? Between reality and potential. So let me explain to you how this battle works. Your reality may look like your business ain't going nowhere. Your reality may look like your business ain't making no money. Your reality may look like your products and services are not valuable to the marketplace and nobody wants to buy them. Your reality may be that you're working on a job, right? And you don't even have enough money to pay your bills on your job, and you're trying to work this business on the side and get it to a place to where it can take care of you so that you can leave that job and work on your business full time. All of these things that I'm talking about right now make up your reality, all right? But you have to learn to overcome the battle between your reality and your potential. See, the people that I surround myself with that are successful as entrepreneurs are the people who have made the decision to overcome the battle fighting reality, and they've accepted their potential. So you cannot build a successful business when you're building it based on your reality and you're not building it based on your potential. So your motivation, your excitement, your momentum, your creativity, your ability to overcome the challenges that you face in the marketplace, whether it's with rejection, whether it's with people dropping out and not doing business with you, whether it's you not having enough working capital to really fund the things that you want to do. All of these challenges that you face as an entrepreneur have to be overcome. And one of the ways that you overcome these challenges is by not allowing yourself to accept reality, but to accept the potential for where you're going when you continue to build what you're building. So as I mentioned in the introduction of today's show, I've been an entrepreneur full-time for 2 decades. And it took me at least 16 years. I was just telling somebody this yesterday. Out of the 20 years that I've been a full-time entrepreneur, my wife and I waking up every day scrapping, trying to figure out how we're going to pay our bills and take care of our family and build a business for 20 years. It took the first 16 years for my wife and I to get to a point to where we could look at our business, at what we built, and see some type of reward and result. So that means out of 20 years, the past 4 years have really been the window that we've seen the most success. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, that doesn't mean it's going to take you 20 years to get to that point, or 16 years to experience 4 years of benefits and expansion and increase. But what it means is, in order for us to navigate through the first 16 years, to see the last 4 years out of 20 years, right, of increase and blessings and success and expansion, we needed more than just the reality of what we were going through. We needed to have some type of quantifiable potential. We needed to see something beyond where we were at the time, because we didn't just have days that we struggled. We didn't just have weeks that we struggled. We didn't just have months that we struggled. We literally had years that we struggled. And I promise you, those first 16 years of the last 20 years that my wife and I were struggling and scrapping, and it was gritty and grimy, and we was getting up every day, giving it our all, I gave up thousands of times in my head. I probably gave up multiple times throughout the day, thinking that, man, this just ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to go get me a job. Maybe this ain't for me. I don't know. I must have not heard from God. Maybe this ain't God's will for my life. Maybe this is just the way life is gonna be. I went through all of the emotions and the mental ups and downs and the iffy times. I've checked out so many times in my mind, but somehow I was able to overcome the battle of my reality because I continued to push towards looking at what my potential was. So wherever you are right now personally, wherever you are right now professionally, wherever you are right now financially, all of that right now is your what? It's your reality. It's your reality. But what is the battle? What is the battle? The battle is, can you overcome where you are right now and start shaping your mind and literally developing the ability and building the muscle to work towards your potential, where you could be. And here's the thing. A lot of entrepreneurs, because I talk to entrepreneurs all the time, a lot of entrepreneurs, they get so stuck on reality and never really look at their potential because they're always making sense of their reality. Like, for example, you could be doing pretty good. You could be at a position where you're paying your bills, you don't have a whole lot, but you got enough to just get by. And you've accepted your reality to the point that you don't put your reality against your potential. You put your reality against your past. That's what a lot of entrepreneurs do. So how do you put your reality against your past? Here's how you put your reality against your past. Well, I might not be where I want to be, but at least I ain't where I used to be. That ain't no testimony. That's a problem. For you to be like, oh, I'm not where I want to be, but I ain't where I used to be. Well, it sounds good in theory. But the truth is, as an entrepreneur, you should not weigh your reality against your past. You should not weigh where you are right now against where you used to be or where you could be. Well, I might not have everything, but at least I'm not worse off than somebody else around the corner. I might not have a car, but at least I'm not, I'm not in a wheelchair. I might not have the best house, but at least I'm not under a bridge. You're always making sense of this when you have to come off of this. I hope what I'm saying is making sense to you, especially as an entrepreneur. In order for you to face, fight, win, and overcome the battles that are inevitable for you in the marketplace, you cannot build your life or build your business on reality. You got to get off of reality and you've got to start looking at potential. Where can I be if I don't give up? Where can I go if I give it my all? How much can I have if I invested what I have right now? How much can I produce? Don't keep putting your reality against your past. Put your reality against your potential. So the first battle is the battle between these two, your reality versus your potential. Do not put your reality against your past. Anytime you put your reality against your past, you're going to always justify why you where you are. You're going to always make sense of why you ain't made $100,000 yet, why you ain't successful, why you still working a job and ain't in your business full time, why you don't have enough clients, why you're not known on social media, why you don't have a big following. You're going to keep making sense of where you are in your reality if you keep putting your reality against your past. The moment you get off of reality and you put it against potential, you're going to start challenging yourself, because no matter how good things are today, no matter how bad things are today, I'm not going to accept my reality because I'm always looking at my potential. I'm not going to put my reality against my past because I can always make sense of struggling. You can have $10 in your pocket right now. And if you put your reality right now against your past, well, at least I ain't broke. Well, at least I got a business. At least I'm able to do something. You can always come up with a reason why your reality is better than what it should be or could be. But you have to put that reality against potential. So if I'm in business, if I'm determined to be financially free, if I know I'm supposed to be a millionaire, if I know I've set out in 2023 to make a certain amount of money, to get a certain amount of business, to expand my company to a certain place, and I've quantified it with real numbers, I'm going to continue to put my reality against my potential. So no matter how tough it gets, I got to keep going. No matter how hard it gets, I got to keep pushing. No matter how many times I'm rejected, no matter how many people say no, no matter how many doors close in front of me, I'm not going to accept my reality because I have a vivid image of what my potential situation will look like as long as I keep moving forward. Okay? So that's the first battle. What's the next versus battle? This is a big one, and I had to learn this lesson. Belief versus confidence. This is a big battle a lot of entrepreneurs face. Belief versus confidence. And this is a difference. Your belief versus your confidence. So you can have a high level of belief, but a low level of confidence. And one of my mentors taught me this, because I thought I was more confident than I actually was because of the level of my belief. Do you hear what I just said? I thought I was more confident than I was because of my level of belief. So one of my mentors asked me a question. What is your confidence on a scale of 1 to 10? This was the question that was posed. What is your level of confidence on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm like, oh, my confidence level is 10. I'm super confident. Okay. And he was like, okay, so how many employees do you have? I was like, well, it's 5 of us. He was like, and how much money do you make a year? And I told him, and he was like, no, you're not, your confidence is not at 10. He said, for you to have a confidence level of 10, you should probably have 25 employees and you should be making maybe $50 million a year. At minimum, you should have at least 10 to 15 employees making about $20-25 million a year. And I was like, I don't get it. He says your belief level is at 10, but your confidence level is not at 10 based on the type of business you are doing and the type of revenue you are generating. And then he went on to explain to me the reason why your confidence level is not as high as your belief level is because the difference between belief and confidence is, here's the key word, competence. Competence. He says the difference between belief and confidence is competence. He says if you become more competent, in what you do, he says your competence converts into confidence. And your confidence gives you the courage to do things that you believe you can do, but now you have the competence and confidence to actually get it done. So for example, if you know that marketing your business, and this is a lesson that I've had to learn and I'm still learning. If you know that marketing your business is like vital to the success of your business, and the more you market your business, the more successful your business becomes, what are you going to do? You're going to market. But here's the thing. If you believe that marketing is critical to the success of your business, but you don't have the confidence to market your business because you don't have the competence, you will never have the courage to dump all your money in marketing. Me and my wife have been having this conversation for the past couple weeks where we talking about, she worded it this way. She's like, I don't want to be in a chicken coop with chickens. I want to fly with eagles. And in order for me to fly with eagles, I got to get from around chickens, people who are scared to do what an eagle naturally does. Now convert this into the battle between belief and confidence. Well, if marketing is key, whatever it is, if hiring people in your business is key, if running your business full time and cashing out on your retirement or cashing out on certain investments so that you can dump that money in your business and give yourself a year to go 100% full throttle, if that's what's needed for your business to succeed, right? You can believe that's what's needed. You can believe that's what you need to do. But if you ain't got the confidence, because you don't have the competence, you'll never have the courage to pull the trigger. So for all of you that believe you supposed to be an entrepreneur, you believe you supposed to be in business full time. Some of you in ministry, you believe you supposed to be in ministry full time. Okay, it's good that you believe, but what I want you to understand is your belief level may be 10 that you're supposed to have that and do that. But if your confidence level is not at 10, you never start making the moves to make that become a reality. Why don't you do it? Because you don't have confidence, you have belief. So how do you gain confidence? You gain confidence by becoming more competent in the thing that you're supposed to do. And what a lot of entrepreneurs drop the ball at is, as an entrepreneur, just because you're good at your craft don't mean you're good at business. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for example, whatever the industry is that you're in as an entrepreneur, whatever the products are that you sell, whatever the services are that you provide, you could be an expert in the thing that you do. But it doesn't mean you have the competence to run an actual business. So whether you are a landscaper, whether you are a painter, whether you are a digital marketer, you could be a producer, you could be a coach, whatever it is that you do, right? You could be an expert at the thing that you do, but you could be an amateur in running a business because you don't know about infrastructure, you don't know about systems, you don't know about processes, you don't know about marketing, sales, financials, you have no idea what QuickBooks is, you have no operational procedures, you don't have a general operating system. All of these things that make a business what it's supposed to be, you don't have. All you got is the skill set to do this thing that you do well. You understand what I'm saying? So what that means is you lack competence. You are not competent as a business owner. You might be competent as a painter. You might be competent as a detailer. You might be competent as a landscaper. You might be competent as a digital marketer. You might be competent in the thing that you do, but your competence in that thing doesn't automatically translate into competence as a business owner. The way you become competent as a business owner is you learn about business. You learn about business systems. You learn about finances. You learn about operations. You learn about marketing and sales. You learn about systems and processes. You learn about leadership and teamwork. All of these things that most entrepreneurs don't want to learn because they think just because they're good at something, they can go out there and build a successful business. It don't work like that. I tried that and it don't work like that. So until I became competent as a business owner, you get what I'm saying? Until I became competent as a business owner, I didn't have the confidence. I had the belief that I'm supposed to be a millionaire. I had the belief that I'm gonna have a successful business. I had the belief that I was gonna do big things, but I didn't have the confidence, and there was a time I didn't understand the difference. So this is a battle that a lot of entrepreneurs are in. This is your versus. Your versus is, I got belief, but I think belief is confidence and I still don't see results. The reason why I don't see results because belief ain't confidence. Belief is belief. I believe I can do it. I have this faith that God wants me to accomplish this, or he's called me to business. I'm supposed to be an entrepreneur. I know I'm supposed to be rich and financially free. All this stuff is belief. It ain't confidence because your confidence is tied to your competence. And until you become competent and it turns into confidence, you will not have the courage to do the things that competent business owners are willing to do. So when you see a competent business owner who has that confidence, they take courage to do things. They will put all their money behind their business. Elon Musk is an example. Elon Musk owned PayPal, and when he sold PayPal, he took all of his money. If I'm not mistaken, I know he dumped it into Tesla, and he dumped it into SpaceX, and I believe he dumped it into another business, but definitely those two. Like literally, Elon Musk was said to have taken all the money he netted from PayPal. He sold his houses, he cashed out literally, and dumped everything he had in Tesla and SpaceX and maybe another company, but just those two companies alone. And look, at one point, he was the richest man in the world. He's got like a $1 trillion organizational enterprise. If you tie SpaceX and Tesla together, I believe it's like $1 trillion company. You get what I'm saying? But how could he actually take all of what he built and dump it into something that seemed questionable to everybody else? He didn't just believe. He had confidence because he was competent as a business owner. He was competent as a creator. He was competent as an investor. And his competence that gave him the confidence turned into courage, and he was able to go all in. So as an entrepreneur, this is going to be one of your verses. This is going to be one of your battles. And the way you fix that battle is how? How do you win this? Not just trying to become more believing, not just to get filled with this faith that you can do it, not just to increase that, but to become more confident. And the way you become more confident is you have to become competent. You have to become competent. So the basis, the foundation, the fundamentals of your competency as a business owner is learning about business structuring, learning how to integrate the right systems and processes into your business, learning how to take your products, your services, or your ideas, package them, price them, and present them to the marketplace, learning the fundamentals of sales, marketing, financial systems and operations, learning these things that make a business what it is. Otherwise, you're going to just always have this belief that, man, I know I'm going to be rich. I know I'm going to make it. I know I'm going places. Yeah, but belief is not confidence. And if it ain't confidence, that means it ain't competence. And that means it's only a matter of time that it's going to start breaking you down. You're going to start getting wore down. You're going to start getting weary because now you're going year after year after year with this high level of belief, but this low level of confidence because you are not competent as a business owner. And if you're not competent as a business owner, you're not going to invest more time, more effort, more energy, more money, more resources into your business the way you're supposed to, because your courage and competence and confidence is just not there. All right? Okay, so let's look at the next battle. This is the next battle. And this is a big battle today. Physical versus digital. Physical versus digital. This is a versus. This is like one of the entrepreneurial battles that entrepreneurs are facing right now. Physical versus digital. Now, here's what I want you to think about when we're using these two words. When I'm talking about physical versus digital, I want you to think about the brick and mortar mindset. Okay? This is how this works. Like some people, some entrepreneurs, they have a brick and mortar mindset. Okay? Some entrepreneurs have a physical brick and mortar mindset. So what that means is they can't see past the physical structure of buildings, the physical products, the physical services. They're stuck in the physical world. Like I coach and mentor a lot of entrepreneurs who just 3 years ago, before the pandemic hit its height, they were operating businesses that were really brick and mortar mindset type businesses. For example, if you are an educator, right, and you host live events, you have in-person events, your classes and courses are online or maybe at best on Zoom. Okay, that's good. But when are you going to shift from physical to digital? Because your scalability, your acceleration and expansion as an entrepreneur and business owner in today's world is really dependent upon you shifting out of the brick and mortar mindset and shifting into a more digital mindset. Not necessarily meaning that there's no place for physical products and services, physical interaction. There will always be. But you also have to weigh that against the digitization of the world that we're in, and you have to leverage technology, leverage platforms, leverage relationships. And essentially digitize your life in a way that you are not limited to one vertical or one vehicle or one mode of operation as an entrepreneur. If you don't do that, you're going to be like a one-trick pony, and you're not going to survive this economic disruption that's taking place right now. You're not going to survive it. We hadn't even gotten into the conversation of AI, Chat GTP, and other types of applications. We hadn't gotten to the NFTs and all these different technological advancements that we have. We haven't even gotten to that. We're just getting into the fact that you are an entrepreneur. I'm going to simplify it for you. You are an entrepreneur. You have a business that you sell a product and a service, and you ain't on social media all day. Let's just start right there. Let's just simplify this thing. We ain't talking about AI. We ain't talking about Chat GPT. We ain't talking about NFTs. We ain't talking about digital currency. Let's just talk about the products that you want to sell, the services that you want to provide as an entrepreneur. You want to be a business owner. You want to be an investor. You want to be a millionaire. Let's just talk about the simple things. But you ain't on social media all day. You ain't on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn. You ain't even on those 5 platforms on a day-to-day basis, pushing content, providing value. You don't know how to market yourself. You're not you're not even trying to build a brand around your business. You have no sales skills, no sales process. You don't have a coach. You're not a part of a community. I'm telling you that the reason why you are limited, if that's you, in your ability to expand and grow is because you are battling physical versus digital, and you could very well be stuck in a brick and mortar mindset. And so a brick and mortar mindset is just this slow poke, I'm going to figure it out, I got it, I don't need nobody mindset, when the truth is you have to collaborate in today's world. You have to network. You have to build relationships. You have to build trust, and you got to get known. You got to get out of the physical world of, oh, here are the 300 people that I know. And you got to shift into the digital world of, here are the 300,000 people that know me. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not concerned about the 3,000 people I know. I need to figure out how I can come into contact with the 300,000 people that know me, even though I don't know them. That's converting from just the physical limitations of what I'm used to and moving into the digitization of society that gives me the expansive leverage that I need to actually succeed. Man, if I'm making sense to you, I want you to give me some feedback in the comments, and let me know how what I'm sharing with you actually works in your life. We've covered a few battles already: reality versus potential, belief versus confidence, and here, physical versus digital. Here's another battle. I don't know what your battle is. Advertising versus marketing. Advertising versus marketing. You cannot be an entrepreneur in 2023 and think that you're going to build your business around advertising, because you are battling people who are showing up on social media every day, marketing. They're not advertising. I'm not saying advertising doesn't have its place. I'm not saying advertising don't work. But what I'm saying is the people who are making the most money are not the people who are advertising, but the people who are marketing. And you cannot think just because, let's say, Chase Bank, Amazon, Target, Walmart, you can't think because the local car dealership that generates $8 million a year, you cannot compare yourself to them as a solopreneur, an entrepreneur with a small business, and you're trying to grow. You cannot compare yourself with companies that have already established themselves enough to waste money on advertising. But even those companies that waste money on advertising, they have marketed themselves in such a way that they've built a brand. Okay? So your focus should not be, especially if you're a solopreneur, you're trying to sell products and services and make a name for yourself and get some attention and really get into the marketplace so that you can start doing business with people. What you need to be thinking about is marketing. So what is the difference? Well, one of the basic differences is when you're advertising, you're just telling people who you are. Hey, my name is Ramonepreston. I'm the CEO of Ramonepreston Enterprises. We specialize in this, that, and the other. We got this, that, and the other. We can do this, that, and the other, and we're better than the other people. That's advertising. Marketing is what I'm doing right now. What I'm doing right now is marketing, because I'm actually educating you and enlightening you on things that I know can make your business and your finances better. Why? Because my services and my products and the things that I offer as a consultant, as a coach, and as an educator when it comes to business and finances, my services, my products, and my programs, they're all things that you can use to further become better in business and make more money. But how are you going to ever pay attention to me to even find out more about what programs I got, what products I offer, what services do I provide, if I'm not showing up giving you value? helping you where you are, not just advertising to you. Because everybody, I got plenty competition. There are many people in my space of business and financial coaching, consulting, and education. But some of them don't do a lot of marketing. Some of them do. Some of them just advertise, and some of them market, and some of them market on different levels. So you have to win this battle, and this battle ain't between you and your competitors. This battle is between the version of you that don't want to do the work and the version of you that ain't got no choice but to do the work. Because I hear this from entrepreneurs all the time. Oh, I just ain't got time to be on all these platforms and to be doing videos all day and to be creating content and to be sharing information with people. Or I hear this from entrepreneurs. I ain't giving everybody my stuff. You got to pay for my stuff. Okay, well, just stay broke and stay small. At some point, you're going to have to figure out, how do I take the things that I have and market them? By giving enough value for people to actually pay attention. And this is a lesson that I learn every doggone day. Every day I wake up, this is a lesson that I learn. That lesson that I learned is, you know what? If you ain't giving people value, they ain't paying you no attention. That's a mic drop for all of you entrepreneurs out here. If you ain't giving people value, people ain't paying attention. Value equals attention. So I got to give value. And my value is really in my marketing, not in my advertising. So this is a big battle that a lot of entrepreneurs face, because they don't want to market themselves in a way that they provide all value. For one, they don't want to give away information. They don't want to say too much on social media. They want to wait. Here's how most business owners do it. So they're standing here with their product and service that they want to sell in their hand here, right? And then here is the world out here. This is the marketplace. These are people out here in the marketplace, right? And so what they want to do is, they want to advertise their business to these people here. They want to advertise their business, right? But then they want to put barriers up because they don't want to give the valuable information that they're selling. But these are barriers because up here you're advertising. If you were smart, you would market. You would participate in marketing or give value, move these barriers and say, you know what? Everything that I know, I'm going to share with y'all here. And the more attention I get, slowly but surely, one person going to say, you know what? Let me get to know you better because you're a good person. You helped me. You showed me some stuff. You educated me. You enlightened me. You gave me a strategy. And slowly but surely, people start moving over here because there are no barriers. You gave them value. They gave you attention. And your attention at some point created a conversion. And the conversion is justified by you and the end user because they know you have continued to give them value on a regular basis. Am I making sense? All right. So we've covered reality versus potential, belief versus confidence, the physical versus the digital, advertising versus marketing. And now we want to cover this battle, selling versus closing. Selling versus closing. I was telling this to my team yesterday in our morning meeting. I was telling them this yesterday. I told them, I said, listen, the things that you are learning, not just in sales, but the things you're learning in closing are things that will ensure that you never live your life without money without opportunities, without having the things that you need to live a quality life. Not because you sell, but because you close. That's a battle that a lot of entrepreneurs are facing, and they're not fighting. And the ones who are fighting, they're not winning and overcoming. Number one, you can't sell nothing if you haven't marketed it. This is why marketing is so important, because marketing is value. Value is attention. Once I get attention, my sales process starts, if that makes sense, right? And then once that process starts, if I know how to walk that person through the process correctly and continue to give them value and continue to show the value that increases the further in my world they come, at some point, my marketing, my value, my attention, and my selling will turn into closing. And I love what one of my mentors says, because he always says this. He always says this. He says, until you close that person you got the attention from, until you close them, an exchange between you and them with money, there is no real relationship. Everything else is just, you're flirting. It's just a flirt. So you're just flirting until there's an exchange of money, because people pay attention to what they pay for. And so if you are battling between these two, selling and closing, meaning that you're trying to sell, but you're not closing, you need to look at your marketing. Are you giving enough value? Are you getting enough attention? Is that attention moving over to selling? Do you even have a process to walk people through? That's critical. It's vital. It's like the jugular vein of your business. Because if you ain't closing, meaning that if nobody's going to your website purchasing items, if nobody's showing up to your event paying for it, if nobody's doing business with you, that means you ain't closing. I don't care how much you selling. Are you closing? And if you're not closing because you're not selling, it's because you ain't getting enough attention, you ain't providing enough value. That means you ain't marketing. And that has to happen. So let's go over all these battles again, and I'm going to end it here. We covered 5 battles that entrepreneurs face and fight. Battle number 1, reality versus potential. Battle number 2, belief versus confidence. Number 3, the physical versus the digital. That's really about a mindset. Number 4, advertising versus marketing. And number 5, selling versus closing. The goal is for you to create a successful business system that never ceases to close, that never ceases to make exchanges with people in the marketplace. All right. And so for all of you who may not really have all of the information you need in terms of building a real business infrastructure and knowing how to integrate the right systems and processes into that business infrastructure, I want to extend one of my final offers to you today. This upcoming Saturday, April the 22nd, I'm hosting a one-day event. It's a holding company workshop. And during this workshop, I'm going to be showing you how to properly start and structure a business enterprise, starting with your holding company, then with divisions and subsidiaries under your holding company, so that your business enterprise can be structured correctly. If your business enterprise is structured correctly, it makes it easier for you to integrate your products and services into that business system and your systems and processes into that business system. So this Saturday, I'm hosting a holding company workshop. We'll be talking about how to start and structure holding companies, how to file and form your paperwork. We're going to be talking about how to integrate the main systems into your holding company and your other subsidiaries under your holding company. We're talking about your executive systems, your sales systems, your marketing systems, your financial systems, and even your operational systems. We'll also be taking time during this workshop to show you how to use your holding company as an asset management company. And how do you accumulate assets? How do you integrate these assets into your business so that it can increase your company net worth and your company enterprise value? I'm going to also be sharing with you during this workshop a concept that I've created called the SMS matrix. And it's essentially showing you how to use your holding company enterprise as a big sales funnel. SMS. It's an acronym for structure, marketing, and sales. How do you build a real brand with your business enterprise in a way that people can come into your ecosystem and you direct the traffic? This is very important for a lot of entrepreneurs who are very creative, because most entrepreneurs that are creative, they have a lot of ideas. And if you don't know how to structure that and streamline that, you're probably going to end up with like 12 different LLCs and you are all over the place. And that means your marketing is all over the place. Your messaging is all over the place. So we're going to show you how to streamline that through this concept. We're also going to take some time during this workshop to talk about creative tax strategies. That's one of the benefits and advantages of having multiple entities under a parent company, so that you can move things around in a way to minimize your taxes and maximize your profits. We're also going to be answering a lot of questions. We'll have a lot of Q&A. We're going to have some interactive activities. It's going to be a one-day deep dive. You don't have to be in person to attend this workshop. You can join me virtually, okay? So we're going to give you a VIP ticket to this upcoming workshop this Saturday from 10 to 4. And I'm going to give you 1-year access to my holding company course and startup kit. So what this course is going to do is educate you on all the things relating to holding companies. We have documents and forms already built into this course and startup kit, so that you can literally do it yourself. If you want to start your holding company, if you want to start operating LLCs, if you need operating agreements, maybe you have existing LLCs already that you want to transfer under a holding company, or maybe you have certain assets that you want to integrate into your holding company enterprise to increase its value, and you just don't know how to do it. This course and startup kit will show you exactly how to do it, all the ins and outs, all the documents, all the forms. So that's a VIP ticket to my upcoming workshop for holding companies this Saturday, 1-year access to my holding company course and startup kit, and you would normally pay $497 and $497 for a total of $994 for both. We're offering it for $97. $97. You get a VIP ticket to join me for 1 day, and you get 1-year access to this course and kit. So you want to take me up on this offer, just text the word VIP to 678-276-8253. 678-276-8253. All you have to do is text the word VIP to that number, and we'll reach back out to you. We'll verify that you are responding to this offer for $97, and we'll make sure that we explain what this holding company workshop is going to be. If you have any questions, we'll explain to you what this course and startup kit is about. You can also get a link to preview it so that you can see all of what you're going to learn. But this is a $994 program together. $497 for my workshop, $497 for my course and kit. We're offering it for $97. You will learn everything you need to learn about holding companies. I promise you that. There is nothing about holding companies that you have a question about or that you don't know that you won't learn in this course and kit, as well as in this 1-day workshop, which, by the way, includes a workbook that's very interactive, and you're going to get all your questions answered. So if you're thinking about starting a holding company or building an organizational enterprise where you can house all of your businesses and integrate all your assets to build a real net worth and to have a successful, well-ran organization, this workshop and this course and kit will show you exactly how to do it. This is the blueprint that I use. This is the blueprint that I teach my students and I provide for my clients and mentees in my coaching program. You're getting that. The only difference is you're getting it for $97. So that's a special offer. VIP, text the word VIP to 678-276-8253. So I appreciate you all for joining the show today. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube page. Follow us on social media. If you have any feedback or big takeaways, leave them in the comments so that we can circle back around and see what you thought about today's show with our entrepreneurial verses. All right, love y'all, appreciate y'all. Thank you for joining the show today. We'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, 12 o'clock noon Eastern, right here on the Ramonepreston Show.